Why are you not popping off? Because your content's not good. You're just not winning right now, bro. The algorithm, AKA human beings. You know what the algorithm is? The customer. The customer thinks your shit is whack. You're not bringing value. How about caring about the audience? How about trying to provide value to the audience? How about trying to fucking help? When you are happy that you suck, you can fix. When you blame the algorithm and your mama, you lose. Right now, when I said that, people got triggered. When I said to Drew, you suck, Drew was happy. Drew's like, yes, that's a winner.
How do I get my podcast to go locally? I've had some good guests. I just can't seem to get it any views, or any local views.
The first thing you should do is take the link to your podcast and text every person in your phone that lives locally. All of them. Okay. You literally start with Aaron Anderson and you end with Zachary Zakoski. And you lay down at night for an hour, every night, 2 hours, 3 hours. If you want this, brother, if you fucking want this, you lay down and you go and you ping somebody you fucking went to high school with that you know is still in town. Hey, Sarah, it's been a long time. I did a new podcast. Don't know if this is important to you or not, but it'd mean a lot to me if you listen to the first couple minutes, right? And so you do ground battle. Next, you post your podcast on Facebook, okay? And then you run ads for $100 for people that live within a 10-mile radius of your home.
I've heard, yep. That's the only traction I'm getting is when I do the ads. And
how much are you spending on the ads and how
I've done about I'm doing $200, I guess, on YouTube right now.
No, not YouTube. I didn't say YouTube. Facebook, because Facebook targeting ads are real tight. You can target by, what town do you live in specifically?
I live on St. Simon's Island. I'm on the corner of the state, but I cover the whole state of Georgia is my territory.
So, well, you can literally run ads that are very, very specific to, I would say go start with closer. Georgia's a big state. Start with 10, 20 mile. You can target by mile radius. Facebook ads, not Instagram, but can be mixed, but I love Facebook proper and I love it for your audience. And that's what you need to be doing.
Gotcha. One other quick question. I'm in a B2B business, local family-ran business. My biggest problem right now is finding the experts in my company to come help me with my content. They're all scared to be on camera. They're all scared to do these things. We're very successful. My father's built a great business. I'm trying to take it to the next level, trying to get it more online.
Are you their boss?
I am not. I'm their boss's son. I am, you know what I mean? I run my territory, very similar. I've worked for my dad most of my life, and the past 7 months, he's just allowed me to start making content for the company. So I'm just earned that right. So.
Have you had your dad on?
Yes, he was on my first podcast. It was awesome. It was great.
Have you asked your dad to encourage the executives to be on?
He has, and I've gotten one on. It's just old school mentality, just not wanting to be on camera, I think. But it's
who do you want as customers?
We are in the office equipment, IT space, so we're mainly looking for IT directors and we sell copiers, printers.
That's who you should be asking to get on the show, not your executives, but potential clients of your business to talk about their business. You see where I'm going, brother?
Yeah.
Because if you email somebody and say, hey, I want you to buy copiers, fax machines, whatever the fuck you sell.
Right.
And that's hardcore selling. But if you reach out to them and say, hey, I have the Southern Executive Experience show, and I'd love for you to be a guest to talk about your journey and your business. Now we're flirting. You understand?
Yep.
Now you're warming up the lead. You understand?
Yep, absolutely.
Now you're creating the opportunity. So they should be, I don't want your executives. I actually want you to ask the people that you're trying to get business from to be your guest.
I've started that. I've got a lot of those in. I've got some local customers. I've got a few prospects that have been on. I've been watching you for a long time.
But
I'm reading your book.
Brother, hold on, brother. A lot. And you have 12 episodes.
Well, I'm moving as fast as I can record them, as fast as they say yes. As fast as they say yes.
That I respect. Brother, listen to me. $100, 20-mile radius, 50-mile radius of your HQ. Got it? It's not too saturated. You just stink. What's his name?
Drew.
Drew, you stink. Now, this is a good thing. I stink sometimes too. Team, you know this. We sucked all of 2024, Sid. That's on me and you. We were not good. We sucked. It's real talk, Dustin. We sucked. By our standards, we suck. We didn't suck overall, but we were fucking average out there. In an era where for a decade, we've not been averaged. We've been way better this year. Is there any confusion? Braden, right? We're better. We caught some heat late Q4. You're just not winning right now, bro. The algorithm, AKA human beings. I love everyone who's like the algorithm. You know what the algorithm is? The customer. The customer thinks your shit is whack. What's his name, Drew? Drew, people think you stink. You're boring. You're not interesting. Now the question becomes, now what? Erin, who's talking behind the scenes, she came on the team and she said, yo, motherfuckers, we could do YouTube better. This is how I need the fucking first 30 seconds to be. This is what I need the thumbnail to be. I need you to stop putting fucking all the shit in one bucket. She strategized. He's in the chat. Drew, there he is. Drew, I see you, my guy. Nice loyal hat. Exactly, Drew. I love you. You're such a fucking winner, Drew. When you are happy that you suck, you can fix. When you blame the algorithm and your mama and Donald Trump or Biden, you lose. When you blame the government, your parents, or the algorithm, you're a fucking loser. And when you blame yourself, you're a winner. If we can teach the world to fall in love with saying they suck, we win. Right now, when I said that, people got triggered because we're in an era where people fucking got soft. There were people who were listening now who like me and said, oh, Gary, they're not, see, you know, like I get it. And there is mental health issues, of course. But a lot of people that are just soft, they're like, I'm anxious. You're not anxious, you're lazy, you're entitled, you're not accountable. And you're using that as a weapon against the world to feel bad for you. Fuck that shit. Yes, Tyler, look at Tyler. You've been around me a long time, that one hit you, right? And that's hard, what I just said. And I know people wanna get feelings on me. And this does not confuse many people who are born with chemical issues. There's shit out there. But if you're a person that has weaponized other people's actual grief to disguise your entitlement, laziness, shame on you. Because you're actually making a lot of us struggle to figure out who's really struggling or not. I'm upset. I'm upset, Aaron, because it's making it hard for good people who want to help. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Drew, who I fucking respect the shit out of. When I said to Drew, you suck, Drew was happy. Drew's like, yes, that's a winner. Why are you not popping off? Because your content's not good. You're not bringing value. You know why most people's content stinks, Aaron? Because they want to be famous and they don't give a fuck about the people that are watching the content. Oh, how about that part? How about actually giving a shit about the audience? Right? How about caring about the audience? How about trying to provide value to the audience? You think me selling $2,000 worth of pins on this show is worth this hour? The fuck you know? Do you fucking understand what's going on in my life? My real business friends make fun of me for doing this hour. How about actually bringing value? How about allocating time to bring value? How about trying to fucking help?
And I'm a chiropractic student and I graduate in November. I'm going to start my own business. I want to start my social now.
Smart.
I can't do any adjusting type videos because I can't adjust until I graduate, but I can do like nutrition, mobility stuff,
you could
other
also do,
health
you
tips.
You could also do people getting to know you, and you could like make the whole series about the road to adjusting. You could like tell people that, you see where I'm going? Like we could all follow your journey until you actually can adjust. And by the time you can adjust, many of us will want you to adjust us because we followed your journey and we know that you can adjust, but you're legally not allowed to adjust.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
But I was thinking about using AI to make an AI version of myself to then post content doing that. I don't know if that would be not a great thing to do, or if I should just do it myself. My thought was I could save a lot of time.
You could do that.
By like being able to type out what I needed to say.
Yeah, but bro, it's gonna cost you real money to make an actual AI person. That's money right now. Do you know how much, like to make a really good AI, like that one that's gonna be video, not just image? Is that what you're saying?
I was thinking about setting it in like a podcast setting where the AI is just kind of there. It's not really moving around, but it's just talking.
I see. You could. I mean, I'm not in love with that. Nobody's gonna give a shit. Nobody.
But what about Okay, yeah, I get it.
What about
when
you
it comes
just
to
making
doing ad
videos?
work, I think I'm just gonna do that now that I talked to you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, and by the way, this is awesome. This is, I love where you're, let me give you some flowers. You're thinking, you're strategizing right now, brother. You know,
Yeah.
you've heard me talk about AI and other people, characters, right? You're thinking about, you're about to go to ads, like you're thinking. But bro, you can't imagine some of the delusional, potentially delusional, ridiculous shit that comes out of my mouth all day to myself and to others. You're refining, you're chiseling. You know what I mean? You're
Mm-hmm.
chiseling. Like on these settings, I'm being tight because I want to bring value to everybody. But what you're
Gotcha.
doing right now, I do it all day. I'm like, what if we do a hot air balloon? Do coloring books. Like I'm thinking about shit all the time too. So
I
but
do
yeah,
have one more question for you if you have time.
Please go ahead.
When I saw you talking about doing ads and then putting it in a whatever radius of your area after you post something that does well,
Yes.
I've talked to other chiropractors that have done social media, and they've talked about how when someone comes in from seeing a social media post, they kind of like just want to be adjusted. They don't retain those patients a lot. They kind of come and go. And what would you do to help filter out those kind of people and really focus in on the people that want to continue to come?
I would do it to see how real that is and find out if their content is creating those kind of customers and if their actual personalities and skill sets are not retaining either. Like, like there's so many variables, bro, that to that what people told you. And by the way, here's my favorite one. How many chiropractors have told you that? Tell me the real number.
One.
I fucking, brother, I was gonna bet my fucking life that it was 2 or less.
Yeah.
And so next time you say that, don't say chiropractors. Say a chiropractor told me. You know what I mean,
Well,
brother?
yeah.
Listen, hold on.
It didn't
This is very
discourage me, but it made me think.
This is super important. When it comes to marketing to get customers in a 2025 world, do you think you should listen to me? Or do you think you should listen to this one chiropractor? And the real answer is,
I just bought your book.
yeah, and more importantly, brother, you gotta live it for yourself. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And is that chiropractor boring as shit?
No, actually, it's pretty awesome. I like him a lot.
That's awesome. So then listen, he or she,
He.
How old is he?
I think 33 to 35.
Right, so he's probably analyzing like the word of mouth clients he's gotten versus social media. But I have to look at his social media. Maybe his ads are leading to lower value people. I run a lot of ads for my dad's wine store. Some of them are very expensive, but if I get one customer, I know they're going to be very valuable because I'm being very specific with the creative of the ad that will get me a customer that is very high net worth, but it costs me a lot more money to get one than the 50 I can get for the same amount for the lower customer, but that customer may only buy $20 wine once. You see where I'm going?
Right.
The creative is the variable. So it sounds like he was running ads just to get as many people as possible, yet they weren't as high value. If you make videos or pictures for those ads that really speaks to people with heavy issues, right? With fascia,
Yeah.
like with soft, like
Yeah, I also want to do a lot of
it's a game of-
nutrition because I'm partnered with a nutrition company right now that I work for.
That's it, bro. We got
And-
it. It's a very fine line. This is why it's so interesting to me. Optimism. This is why people don't like optimism. They, in their brain, they think it means delusion, right? Like people are like, I'm gonna be Beyonce, and everyone's like, the fuck are you talking about, Rips? You're not gonna be Beyonce, Rips. You can't sing, right? This is why I'm so obsessed with self-awareness. One of my favorite V friends, Self-Aware Hair, and Optimistic Otter. I have a lot of comic books and stories that I want to tell about Self-Aware Hair and Optimistic Otter because there is a delusional element. You know, I think being realistic and I think the missing ingredient when it comes to delusion versus optimism, the missing ingredient is the humbled hedgehog. Humble hedgehog, the answer to your question, Aaron, and Sophia's, is humility. If one lacks humility and self-awareness, they become delusional. If they have humility and self-awareness, it becomes optimism. And that is a very fine line. One of the ways that you can, if you're listening and you're confused, one of the ways that you can really figure this out is to find your most positive friends and ask them to respond. Not your cynical friends, not your grandma that always says, brown, wow, not fucking Debbie Downside or whatever. You know, what was her name again? Debbie Downer. You know, I don't need Debbie Downer. You need to find your 5 most practical, positive friends and ask them what they think about your idea. And if you get, you know, 0 for 5 from them, now you're delusional. People want a giveaway, let's do it. All right, everybody, we're doing a giveaway. The kid socks, a 3-pack. Putting this up right now. I'll sign it, fuck it. Let's put this up for the kids. 3-pack of kid socks, V-Friends, Odd Sock collaboration, kid socks, autoed, signed. Let's get it for the kiddos. Let's put it up there, Rip C. The giveaway is now up. There's literally 730 of you. This time everyone should click this. Click the show notes here as well. Commercetainment is coming. Who's next?
I'm trying to figure out if I should stay in a really safe corporate job, or I've been interviewing at a nonprofit that I'm really passionate about, but it has a ton of red flags.
Are you just desperately trying to get out of your job or no?
No, my job's safe. It's good. It's got a lot of great perks.
But your heart is really taking you towards a nonprofit?
Absolutely, but I have tons of life responsibilities, so it's that balance.
What about joining a nonprofit board or donating some of your evening times to nonprofits at first if you want to scratch that altruistic itch that's running through your body, which I admire so much?
I love that idea. It's been really hard to find a board, but I think that would be a great plan.
I mean, there's a lot of small charities out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not that hard to find a board. Like, it's not gonna come to you. It's gonna be you with a glass of wine at 10 p.m., you know, emailing, like, I apologize, one more time, Virginia, did you say? Where were you?
Westchester, New York.
Westchester, excuse me. I mean, fuck, even easier. There's fucking 1 trillion of them in Manhattan, Westchester, Long Island, upstate New York. I think you literally search charity in the area and you just send emails and be like, look, my heart's in a place of giving and I'd love to be a volunteer or join a board. You know, that happened to me. Like, I'm busy, I got responsibilities, I got ambitions, but I find time to do work for Charity Water and Pencils of Promise and other organizations, and I think you can do that.
So make it more of a side hustle?
I mean, you know, because you're talking out of multiple sides, right? Like, you know, definitely don't join this nonprofit because you can smell it. I know you know. Multiple red flags is not a good way to think about things. And then when you went to, I've got responsibilities, well, like, I mean, like, what's gonna happen? You're gonna join a nonprofit and then a year in, you're gonna feel the financial pressure and you're gonna be upset again? Instead, I'm sure you have a busy life, but you still can find a couple hours a month, an hour a week or whatever it is to volunteer or join a board or an advisory board to a nonprofit and start, you know, I think people think all or nothing too much. For a lot of us that are like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, when you want to do something, sometimes the way to do that is to start small. Everybody's become so absolute. Like, I got to quit my job and join a nonprofit. No. You can volunteer or join a board for a little while. You see where I'm going?
Yeah, I do. That makes sense.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You know what else that does is it allows you to taste it. You may find out you don't like it. Let me tell you what I found out about nonprofits. There's a lot of bullshit in them.
Yeah.
Not the 2 I mentioned because I've stayed on there, but a lot of nonprofits are just doing shit to be socially cool, not for the right reasons. Some nonprofits overpay their executives and the money doesn't even go to the fucking nonprofit. There's a lot of shit out there.
Is there a good way to figure out what's the shit and what actually is good?
I actually trust you because you went through a process where you see red flags and you didn't jump. I think what you need to do is go kiss 6 frogs until you find your prince. Oh, we have a winner. Bam! Collector Charlie with the huge sock win. That's not enough clapping. Let's go, Charlie. Nice little win there.
Sales have been down for one of my businesses lately, so I've been in a depressive funk lately, and I'm hesitant to hire someone.
This is tough because I have to ask her a bunch of questions, like, why hesitate to hire someone, right? Why be in funk? These are real questions. Business goes down sometimes. When you sign up for business, there's ups and downs. Business is like sports. Some days you win, some days you lose. Like, this concept that business is like relationships. You guys been in relationships? Sometimes it's fucking good, sometimes there's challenging times. You guys hear about this thing called fucking life? You know what the fuck life is? You know what life is? I don't know if you know this, but in fucking life, shit happens. Sometimes it's fucking awesome, sometimes it fucking blows. It's fucking life. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Like the real question is, where's your mind at, everybody? Where did this global pandemic called entitlement become the norm? We lived through generations where people were happy when there was anything good. Because those motherfuckers went through the Depression, they had wars. We've all got super coddled by fucking prosperity. Even the people that are struggling live in a prosperous environment called the world the last 30, 40 years. By the way, this is how I'm reacting to a woman that is fucking doing it. Right? Did you say raising 3 children and fucking 3 businesses? And homeschooling? She's got 6 kids because those businesses are kids. My friends, I'm telling y'all, crying isn't gonna fucking do it. Like, it's just where it's at. I think that she's amazing. I admire her heavily. If you're in the chat, do you know her name? Cheyenne. Cheyenne, you're impressive. Don't get down. You know, like fucking swallow it. Like, it is what it is, y'all. Like, it's fucking hard out here. Like, life is hard sometimes, and that's good. It should be hard. You know what's good about shit being hard and shit fucked up? It allows you to appreciate when shit's good. You know, now that I have 4,000 employees, every day my HR department in one of my 6 companies emails me about someone's parent dying. Like, shit happens. People's houses burnt down in fucking LA. Like, shit happens. What's gonna happen? You're gonna have a little less money? Fine, you can't have as much shit. You might, if everything goes really fucked up, you might have to sell your home, or you might have to rent a cheaper apartment. You know, like, I don't know.
I recently kind of went like semi-viral about an experience almost meeting Steph Curry at the NBA game. How can I leverage the opportunity without like compromising my integrity? Like, I'm not trying to get anything crazy out of it, but I also don't want to waste the opportunity.
Well, the opportunity is a silly one, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think you need to learn from how you created the opportunity more than the opportunity itself, my guy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it was pretty much
what,
based on my storytelling. Like, I just
right? So
spent
I
a
would
lot of
become
time
correct.
editing.
I love that. So become a full-fledged storyteller. Meaning this, I'm so happy you're on, bro, I'm so proud of you. The way that you just responded to me, you get it. You're not gonna get any, what are you gonna do out of the opportunity? Sell t-shirts that say, I almost met Steph Curry? Like, you know what I mean?
No.
What you're thinking the right way. A lot of kids like you wouldn't have thought the right way. You're thinking the right way. You need to make a deck or a full-fledged video or a presentation of how you story told and why it worked and why you can do that for other people or other brands if you want to go that route. Or if you want to build personal brand, keep doing it. Come up with the next thing. Come up with the next story.
Ironically, my content beforehand was like showing all my Steph Curry cards. I've even sent cards to like young kids who asked me for cards, and I gave out some cards at the Warriors game. I kind of just did like, I did Steph Curry content anyways, and then like his team saw it, but it didn't really go like we thought. Like it was a crazy story, but yeah.
Well, talk me through it. What did you think?
Okay, so I was told by his bodyguard to stay after the game, and I did.
Got it.
And he's like, okay, and I had my rookie card, like my Topps 09 1-2-3 rookie card, and or 3-2-1, and so he's like, I'm gonna see what I can do for you. He told me, you know, I'm gonna try to get Steph to come back out of the locker room, and unfortunately, I just like ran out of time, and I was like, I had to leave the arena. So, I mean, I've been in contact with him, and it's less about like fulfilling that. It's more like, how can I use this for good? Like, there's a lot of kids out there who would love a Steph Curry card. I got like 200 extras.
Let's go backwards,
but
my guy.
I want to navigate it in like.
I got it. I got it. Let's take a step back. What would you like to happen? Like real talk. What would you like to happen selfishly? Forget about selflessly. The kids.
Selfishly.
Yeah. What the fuck are you trying to accomplish? For you, which is allowed.
I mean, best case scenario, like to fulfill meeting him, but I mean.
Well, good. Just keep going at it then. If that's the number one, just keep like Steph is a good dude, and he probably wants to meet you. Just keep going to games and documenting, and eventually it'll happen in the end.
I mean, I'm from Dallas, and they were just in Dallas last night, and I was going to go. The only reason I didn't is I didn't want to be a pester. Like, oh, like, dude, we said we'd try, and you're here bugging again. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
Well, that's very sweet. Then that's fine too.
Okay, well, maybe I'll come to New York and we can go to a Knicks game against the Warriors. I think it's like March 4th, right?
I'm actually away. I know. I wanted to say, because Draymond's my guy. I wanted to go to that game. I'm actually not here. I'm away. But my man, listen to me. Listen to me. Like, I want you to focus on the storytelling part.
Yeah, see, a lot of people told me I was dragging and that I talk too much, but like it also got like 500,000 views. So I don't know. It's kind of funny.
Just keep playing. You understand?
Yeah.
Influencers are only gonna grow. I wrote a book. When I'm dead, people will understand how profound Crush It was. You motherfuckers on my team, can you go read Crush It? Do you understand? Mason, right? And Mace, when's the last time you read Crush It?
Probably like a year ago. You told us yesterday you read it 3 times.
Mace, please say how crazy that book is. I wrote that in 2008. It came out in 2009. Yeah. It literally predicted everything that happened. The word influencer is not in there, but that's all I talked about. I think influencer is a huge business because it's long tail. It's long tail. Everyone's gonna be famous, Aaron. Everyone's gonna be famous to 15 people. Andy Warhol's 15 minute of fame, or whoever said that, is now gonna be, everyone's gonna be famous to 15 people. Everyone on earth will be famous to 15 people at least. The world's changed.
I'm a headshot photographer and I am interested in live social shopping, but I don't know what I should be selling.
Vivian, I think there's a lot of businesses that are not ready for live social shopping, and this is why I'm obsessed with this term commerce-tainment. I think what you could be doing is talking about photography and yourself, almost like you're doing a live. And yes, maybe you could, run a disc, but you're gonna have to give up 11% to whatnot on, and so if you're gonna discount and then give up 11%, it's really not worth it for you because you're not selling an item. So sometimes you don't have to force it. Like, I don't force Pinterest. And Pinterest is an incredible platform, but I don't force it for me. And I'm not so sold that you have to use live social shopping, even though it's an opportunity, because you have a service.
Right.
And services don't work as well on live social shopping as items. Now, you may want to sell items. You may want to start selling camera equipment. You may. That also then gives people awareness that you're a photographer. So people may buy camera equipment from you or stumble on you while you're selling camera equipment. And then they see how knowledgeable you are. And then they may sign you up or hire you to service. Or you may take photography of landscape and sell prints and original photos. You could, but you're gonna need to sell something to get the highest value out of live shopping. I would probably create a hat and do what I'm doing with Tea with GaryVee. I think that there's something that is gonna happen out there called commerce-tainment. I believe in this concept of commerce-tainment. Right now we have a lot of people doing live shopping. If you go to Whatnot or you go to TikTok Shop, it's all QVC. If you watch this show, this is commerce-tainment. First of all, what I'm most scared about is how many people say that they're applying to jobs when it's only 3 or 4 or 5 jobs. When you're desperate for a job, you need to be applying to 30 jobs a day. A lot of people are like I get this all the time, like, Gary, I'm so desperate for a job. I'm just laying around. I'm like, how many jobs did you? Well, like 6. I think people have lost their way in understanding what a lot is. You can go to like literally, Craigslist and find people that need you for the day to like move some hay in their barn. Like, I don't know, yes, and get skills. So like, I don't know, like, I just think that people need to go a little bit harder.